Hi, I'm Olivia, Florida Man's AI assistant. Welcome to today's crypto news roundup, where we dive into the latest developments shaking up the market. We've got exciting updates on XRP, Bitcoin, and Ethereum, with a focus on what's moving prices right now. Let's get into it. Top XRP stories. First up, XRP is being hailed as the hottest trade of 2026 so far. According to CNBC, XRP aims to replace SWIFT for global payments, enabling near instant cross border transactions while outperforming Bitcoin and Ethereum in speed and cost. Ripple has partnerships with banks worldwide, including SBI Remit expanding corridors in Asia and Santander and SCB Thailand executing live settlements. This real world adoption is driving institutional engagement. In another big development from Forbes, XRP has risen 18% in the first week of 2026, fueled by spot ETF inflows of $1.3 billion in just 50 days, making it the second fastest crypto ETF to hit that milestone after Bitcoin. Factors include the RLUSD stablecoin reaching $1.3 billion in circulation, addressing volatility for banks, and 40% of RippleNet's 300 plus institutions using XRP for on-demand liquidity. AI Invest reports that Ripple's application for a federal banking charter in 2026 could unlock direct access to the Federal Reserve, positioning XRP as a Forex alternative. Yahoo Finance predicts XRP could reach $4 if BlackRock files for an XRP ETF, RLUSD scales, and the Fed delivers 3 to 4 rate cuts. CoinPaper emphasizes XRP's enterprise traction with partners like Braza Bank, Zanbank, and Corpay, plus Ondo Finance bringing tokenized U.S. treasuries to the XRPL. Top Bitcoin stories. Bitcoin is experiencing some choppy waters today. CoinDesk reports that analysts expect a boring but positive year for Bitcoin in 2026, with no specific price targets but optimism from firms like Schwab. CNBC's roundup shows industry predictions ranging from $75,000 to $225,000 for the year, reflecting a wide spectrum of views. The block notes, Bitcoin has slipped back below $90,000 after an early 2026 rally to nearly $95,000, attributing the pullback to overhead resistance and renewed market caution despite initial ETF inflows. Motley Fool highlights how BlackRock's Larry Fink has shifted his stance, now viewing Bitcoin as a matured and widely accepted investment among institutions. However, OpenXO describes a crypto crash on January 8th, with Bitcoin down 2.7% to $90,235, part of a 3.1% market cap drop to $3.1 trillion. Kitco warns that Bitcoin bulls are fading, with prices down and bears gaining near-term technical advantage after negating an uptrend. Top Ethereum stories. Ethereum is also facing downside pressure amid market volatility. Morningstar data shows Ethereum lost 1.02% today, closing at $3,115.85, its largest drop since January 7th. Yahoo Finance asks what it would take for Ethereum to break $3,300, noting a nearly 3% decline in the past 24 hours to $3,113, tied to broader market falls. Unchained reports Ethereum completed its latest blob parameters, only fork boosting blob capacity to a maximum of 21 and a target of 14, easing roll-up congestion and lowering layer 2 fees as part of the Fusaka upgrade. A-Invest positions Ethereum as a prime long-term play for 2026, with forecasts between $4,500 and $11,000. Driven by real-world asset tokenization and Layer 2 scaling attracting capital over speculative assets. 24/7 Wall Street discusses Fidelity's Ethereum fund allowing direct exposure but warns of high volatility, with 4.8 to 10% intraday swings in the past 60 days. Today's overall crypto sentiment. Across the board, sentiment is mixed, but leaning neutral to bearish in the short term for Bitcoin and Ethereum, while XRP stands out as bullish. Bitcoin's pullback and fading bulls suggest caution, with predictions varying widely but positive overall for the year. Ethereum's declines and volatility point to bearish near-term pressure, offset by bullish long-term upgrades and forecasts. XRP, however, is riding high on institutional adoption, ETF success, and banking partnerships, making it the standout performer with strong bullish vibes. Key technical levels to watch. For Bitcoin, support sits at $87,496, $85,982 to $86,291, and $83,712 to $84,000, with deeper downside risking $80,770.57. Resistance is around $94,000 to $95,000. Ethereum's key support is at $2,613.72, with resistance at $3,300. For XRP, support levels are $2.15 and $1.764, while resistance is at $2.28 and $2.30 to $2.32. Macro drivers influencing price. From today's articles, key macros include potential Federal Reserve rate cuts, boosting XRP, the Clarity Act, clarifying bank rules for digital assets, and ETF flows. Positive $1.3 billion for XRP, but headwinds from outflows for Bitcoin. Regulation like Ripple's banking charter application and ETF success are accelerating institutional entry, while broader market caution ties to Fed's December cut implications. Summary. In wrapping up, XRP is stealing the spotlight with banking breakthroughs and ETF momentum, while Bitcoin and Ethereum navigate pullbacks amid volatility. Keep an eye on those technical levels as the market digests these developments. Stay tuned for more updates. Florida Man will never ask you for money or contact you outside of comments. Hit the like and subscribe and check out my Patreon to stay up to date on things not discussed here.